All right, welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Games and Things, pool tables and all the accessories that go with them, dart boards and all the accessories that go with them. Anything for your entertainment there at home, they've got it. Shuffleboard tables, foosball, table tennis. They've even got the old stand-up arcade games with multiple of classic arcades in them, arcade games in them. You'll find no better supplier of entertainment options for your home than Games and Things, and they're the best in East Tennessee in terms of home theater seating. Games and Things. Get out and see these folks or visit them online at ourgameroom.com. Quick segment, gentlemen. As I mentioned earlier, LSU and Texas have had 23 players they had to isolate. Clemson has had 37. I've had a lot of people say to me, well, it's a good thing. Get it out of the way now, and you don't have to deal with it in September and October. Herd immunity inside the team. Buying that?
Well, it's a complicated question. I think if you're talking strictly competitive elements, sure, it's probably hard to deny that. But the Toledo Blade had a epidemiologist this week that they talked to. I'll just quote him. They asked him about the specific scenario, and he said, well, you're creating new cases in a global pandemic, and you can print this, F you. That really makes me quite angry. There are quite a few things about it. He kind of goes in like you're creating a new way for this virus to spread throughout the community, especially on a college campus. You're asking for trouble. You're talking about, okay, can that spread to older staff members, older coaches, and then, of course, no one in the planet has had this disease for more than, 7-8 months, and we don't know what the long-term, and these are elite athletes as well, if you lose air capacity. I mean, there's just so many unknowns.
Well, there's also no guarantee that you can't get it again.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that hasn't been proven yet. I mean, that's one of the things that Bob Hodge and I have talked about is, well, he's had it, so why is he going to wear a mask? Because there's no sure. They don't think you can get it again, but they're not sure. You're seeing these random cases where somebody did get it twice. Is that just a freak deal, or can you get it again season to season? So the idea that, oh, yeah, they're fine, get it out of the way now, I'm not buying that because it's just the bug is too new. We don't know yet whether or not that's getting it out of the way or not. There's nothing to say they're not going to get it in November.
Yeah, I mean, if you're part of a program or if you're a parent, you can maybe talk to your child or whoever the student athlete and say, look, nobody wishes this on anyone, but it's happened. We can deal with it. We hope we can get you well and things are going to be better. You can put that approach on it. But to say you want it to get it out of the way, no. No. As a parent or a grandparent, would you want your grandchild or child to go through this after listening to what Bob Hodge just said?
And then there's the other side of that is, well, they're young. They won't have anything. Well, we don't know. This bug, it attacks things. It can attack the heart. It can attack the kidneys. So you may say, I had a cold. And you never go get your kidneys checked. And then the next time you do, it's like, wow, there's something wrong with my kidneys. And it's through this cold. We just don't know yet. We don't know everything it can do. So the idea that, it's nothing for the kids, they'll be fine. Well, if I were Trey Smith, I would be very leery of this, considering my background and the clotting issue. So there are other kids with underlying issues out there as well on these teams. And issues that they don't know about.
Exactly.
And I think, too, I have been really dismayed by the binary conversation about the entire disease. Like, well, they're not going to die. Okay, but you might end up in the hospital, and what if you're not insured and you face financial ruin because somebody else was, had an issue? Even if you're healthy and fine.
Freedom.
Yeah, it's like, again, when you're talking about a global pandemic, another thing that epidemiologist said, your personal choices are not your personal choices. They affect other people. And that's what we're talking about here. And I think that's why it's been frustrating, the conversation around all this in a lot of ways.
Oh, I'm disgusted by the fact that it's whichever side's doing it, I'm disgusted it's become political.
Yeah.
But everything, I mean, we live in a world now with so much disinformation. Imagine, we've had fluoride in the water for decades now. You couldn't do that now. The idea to put fluoride in the water, if you tried to do that today, it never would have happened. Too many quacks out there would say, no, it's poisoned my mind. You couldn't do it today. So, I mean, it's unbelievable. But it is you either believe in this disease or you don't. There's no two ways about it. And I will completely ignore it or I will take it seriously. There is no, well, I'm at least going to be smart for somebody else. I don't think it's going to get me, but because I don't want to give it to somebody else, I'm going to wear a mask when I'm out in public. But that doesn't exist. All right, when we come back, the NCAA has, David, thanks for being here today, appreciate it. When we come back, Josh joins us, and the NCAA has pushed back the dead period for recruiting again. Are we even going to have an early signing period this year? We'll discuss that. Come on back on the Sports Source.